Indeed, the Jayhawks will line up across from the Cowboy offense now at about the 28-yard line. 10:42 left in the third quarter, 14-20, still your score.
And they didn't get the first, so that's big. It's 3rd and long here.
Whedon drops back to pass, gets the pass off to Blackman, his number 1 receiver yet again, who breaks a couple tackles, gets it up to the 1-yard line.
But we got a flag down in the backfield.
Stumbling as Patman makes the tackle, but yes, we do indeed have a flag. Blackman a little bit slow coming up here, hasn't yet stood up. He's holding on the offense. But yeah, the big story right now is Blackman still down on the field right at the 1-yard line. Chris Miller down on the sideline says it looks like to be his left knee.
We're going to go ahead and send it down to Chris. Chris, what'd you see?
Well, on that tackle there by 33 for us, it looked like maybe he just landed awkwardly on his leg. They're rubbing out his lower calf there, maybe just a cramp. Also, actually looks like they're working on his ankle, so I'll have an update for you guys as soon as I can.
All right, thanks, Chris. Yeah, that's a big, big loss for the Cowboys if that indeed comes true.
Well, and not only that, but he got hurt, and to add insult to injury, the play didn't even stand. He got all the way down inside the Jayhawk 5, and it comes back with a holding call. They've got 3rd and almost impossible here. It was 3rd and 14 before this. Now we're looking at 3rd and 24, and they're almost out of field goal range now.
Great stop there by Patman of the Jayhawks there at the 1-yard line to not allow him to get in. But, yeah, the penalty would negate it anyway, so. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break. 10:25 left in the third quarter. 14-20, Oklahoma State leads.
KJHK would like to thank Milton's and the Kansas Union for their support. Located on Level 1 in the Kansas Union, Milton serves up fair trade and organic coffee, tea, and espresso, and also features specialty pastries and cold-press iced coffee for your next coffee break up on campus. Milton's in the Kansas Union is open from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. Mondays through Thursdays, and from 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. on Fridays. Milton's reminds you to think about bringing your own mug up to campus, a small and easy way to stay green every day. Milton's is proud to sponsor KJHK, your student-run radio.
This is Alex. I'd like you to join me every Saturday night this fall for the Night Train. I'll be playing the best in funk, soul, jazz, and Afrobeat. So start your Saturday nights off right this fall and tune in from 8 to 10 for the Night Train.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. You're listening to KJHK Radio 90.7 FM. Thanks to those who are listening on KJHK.org, live streaming online. Welcome back. Once again, we have Oklahoma State Cowboys leading Kansas Jayhawks 20-14 here in the third quarter. Shelf and Bowling now on the near side for the Cowboys offense at receivers. The biggest story right now is Blackman finally did get stood up and walk slowly over to their sideline. Injury for the Cowboys' number one wide receiver, Isaiah Anderson, for the Cowboys off to the far side, and Cooper as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult task to replace Blackman. I mean, he leads his team with 1,400 receiving yards. In second place after him is Cooper with just 500 or so. So big drop off there.
Was the leading receiver today until he's hurt now. Had 76 yards with 4 catches at halftime. So Whedon back to pass. Gets it off to 25 Cooper. He takes up the right side. Barfield for the Jayhawks on the tackle.
Well, and that's a bigger play than we think, because there was 3rd and 26, and they're actually able to get about 13 yards there. It doesn't look like a good field goal opportunity considering they're kicking it into a relatively stiff wind, but they're going to try for it. Dan Bailey coming onto the field for the kick here.
Dan Bailey's long of the year is 52 yards, so there's a possibility. He's 20 for 22, 3rd in scoring and 2nd in field goals made in the NCAA, so he's got a leg on him.
This will be about 47 or 46 for him, though.
Snap is off, kick is up. Kick looks to be no good. Indeed, ball
Wide
kick is
left.
no good. Wide left. So the Jayhawk offense will now come back onto the field.
Well, then that's got to be encouraging. I mean, the defense didn't really get a true stop because they were assisted by a couple of Oklahoma State penalties, including a dead ball personal foul. That's just a big mistake. Oklahoma State's had a couple of those personal foul penalties. Most of them have helped the Jayhawks out in the offense, but there they shot themselves in the foot. And the Jayhawks are going to get it back.
Yeah, the Jayhawk offense will now take the field. Meekum back to pass from the shotgun. Cale Pick in again at the receiver slot. Meekum throws left, incomplete. Intended receiver, Damon Patterson. Yeah, Cale Pick on that spread offense look again, off to the far side at the slot receiver spot. We've seen that earlier. Very interesting calls going on right now. We haven't seen anything of Jordan Webb yet. Gill didn't rule out that he would play, but still, with this game being close like this, I think it's a good call to stay with Meekum. Meekum takes the snap, hands it off to Sims, who gains next to nothing. It'll be third and about 9 or 10. Oh, he gained a little bit more than I thought. It'll be third and about 7.
Yeah, modest pick up there on second down, but the important thing is that it makes third down and 6 or 7 more doable.
Meekum back in the shotgun once again. Looks over to the sideline to get the call. Yeah, very manageable third down here. Meekum takes the snap, works back, drops back. Long pass off. Oh, could have been caught by 83 Omiji.
And that's the freshman making a mistake there. He wanted to run with it before he brought it in.
Right in his breadbasket, but drops it. They'll come back to face fourth down, and it looks like they're sending the special teams punting unit out there.
Yeah, it was a good offensive call on his left side where he didn't look. Jonathan Wilson had single coverage going down the field. The safety on the top came over to the left side where there were 3 receivers to help out, but he found an open receiver nonetheless. But a drop pass by the freshman kills that drive.
Alonzo Rojas gets the punt off. Cooper back deep for the back deep for the Cowboys. Gets it. Oh, makes a couple great juke moves. Gets it up to about the 27-yard line. Tyler Patman on the tackle for the Jayhawks.
Well, and that should have been an illegal block in the back. Springer at the point of attack was hit in the back right as Cooper made his first move, and you heard the crowd booing there. They wanted that call, didn't get it.
Chris Miller from our sideline says that Torbush is pretty hot about that, the defensive coordinator for the Kansas Jayhawks.